Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this hair using just one packet of extension and a little braiding hair. So come along with me. This particular hair needs very low maintenance. It did really good for a synthetic hair and it did not stress me at all. I carried this hair for about 4 weeks and it was still really good. So now for the extension I used this extension. It's a curly extension, as you can see, and the name is Active. And I think this particular extension is only produced in color 1. I wasn't sure it was going to turn out good at first, but touching this extension, it feels really soft. This packet hair comes in 3 bundles, and at this point I had already removed one of them to braid the lower part of my hair. For my braiding extension, I'm also using this expression in color 1. I chose color 1 because I need to match it with the packet hair, which is also color 1. You need very little of this braiding extension for this hair, like 2 strands per hair. So I did not even finish this whole bundle because it was too much. I cut this braiding extension into 8 pieces because I did not want it to be too long. And as you can see, it is not long, and this length is almost like the length of my hair. I'm picking out like a small piece just to show you why I cut it into 8. So if your hair is longer than my hair, you might want to cut it into maybe 7 or 6. Although it is not compulsory to use a braiding extension, I'm using it because for one reason, my hair is not color 1, it is not that dark. So I have to use a braiding hair just to cover the length of my hair fully. And as you can see, that this braiding extension is just a little bit longer than my hair. Another reason is the curls we're adding is from the tip of where we cut it. We're adding it just at that tip. Unlike all this full length curl where you can easily make one side your braiding hair and you drop the other side as a curl. So if you are using a full length curl just like this one, you do not need a braiding hair at all. For the prepping of these curls, you just need to cut it from the bundle and separate it. A good thing to note is that after cutting this extension from the bundle, you notice that the tip where we had cut is really blunt, and you don't want to add it to your extension like that, especially if you are not very good at hiding hairs while braiding. So you want to just slightly pluck it. Plucking out this hair is very easy to do, very stress free. It will make your braids look neater. After doing this process, then you can go ahead to separate your hair, and you necessarily do not need a leave-in conditioner for this. I was using leave-in conditioner at first, then I realized that it actually does not need it. It separates quite easily. As you can see now that the place we cut is not looking blunt as it was before. Then I like to separate this hair, not too big, not too small pieces, just like that. Now to the braiding aspect. So I'm braiding the front just so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing well. The braiding style we are using here is knotless. It is called like a knotless braid, where you start the braids with your hair first before adding extension. I braided my hair first like twice before adding in my extension, my braiding extension. So I added 2 pieces of this braiding extension before going in with the first curl. As you can see, I added very little of the tip of the curls into the braids before I removed it out. I did not add too much into the braids. I mean lengthwise, I did not add too much into the braids because I don't want the curls to look short. especially when I pack it. I added about 4 to 5 curls per hair so that the overall look of the hair looks full. The hand I used in inserting the curls is the same hand I always use to know when to remove the curls back out. As you can see, once the curls got back to this same hand, then I removed it, then put it under this clip on my hair. So I continued to braid my hair again for about 6 times before adding another curl in. As you know that we are trying to make the curls the last thing at the tip of the hair. So you braid it in as usual, but instead of removing it out the way we do, putting it under the clip, we're not going to do that for this last curl. You just braid it all the way through till you have very little braiding hair left. Make sure not to split your curls while you are braiding. Make sure you leave it as a whole hair. Now that I have very little braiding hair left, and by braiding hair, I mean the attachment I added from the beginning. Those first two attachments we added before adding the curls. Once you notice you have very little braiding hair left, just like that, then you go ahead to split that last curl. You take a very little part of the curl and tie it twice. Another reason for using braiding extension for this hair is also because of this knots that we're tying. Eventually, when you want to loosen the hair and that place is a little bit tangled and you're unable to lose it, you can easily cut it off knowing that you already braided past your hair because of that braiding extension we added. So for this particular braid, we have a total of 5 coils in the braids. You can choose to add more or less to your braids depending on how full you want the overall look to be. I parted my hair for this braid as tiny braids. If you want to make medium or small, medium or large, then you might want to add more coils. Here I'm trying to show you that you can actually add your coils first before adding your braiding extension, especially when you want to style it and you want to drop the coils in front and you want to make it look like it is coming right from your scalp. So for this one, the method is after adding the coils, you braid it about 3 times, then you drop it, put it in the middle of your clip, then you proceed with your braiding extension before going with another coil. Before tying this last coil, then before dropping the hair, make sure you must have braided this last coil just a little bit, because if you don't braid it enough and you just tie it like that, it's going to just come right off. Same thing happened to me here. I did not braid it enough before tying it. And that's it, guys, for the hair. So to prep your hair, you just need water and a leave-in conditioner. Just mix it together in a spray bottle. Just spray it, and that is it. It comes out really soft and nice. I love this style because it's very versatile. You can style it anyhow you want it. It's a very, very beautiful style and very low maintenance. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you have any questions or any videos you want me to make, please drop it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thank you.